So, so beautiful.
Developer Diary 222 is out, modability updates in LEM. Now, this is a pretty heavy diary. It is full of lots of code segments from the game. I'm not going to cover that. If you're interested in what the code segments are, if you are a modder, please go and check out the dev diary itself. The link is down below in the description. Let's try and quickly run through a summary of what all of these changes mean though. So first off, traditions are now moddable. It is now possible to script in tradition trees that only become available if you make certain decisions during the game. That's quite interesting. Now modders have an easy way to get trigger values, but what does that mean? Well, some in-game examples of where trigger values could be used and should be useful. For instance, in the Golden Rule Federation type, payout never used to work quite properly. Apparently it was a bit of a fudge that gave you something tenuously connected to the actual pay-in. But now that is fixed. They've improved the Federation Science Leadership Challenge, adding the actual number of texts and repeatable text you've researched as a factor. They didn't used to do that before. That's pretty good. They have fixed randomness somewhat. Apparently there was a lack of randomness for things that were triggered at the game start. So that can include, I think, the L gates and possibly the crisis, as which crisis you've got. And this might go some way to explaining why some people seem to get the same outcome every time they open the L gate, for instance. They've apparently fixed this, they've made it more random, and they've added in some features so that if they cause any bugs like this again, they should get some big warnings. Well, that's hopefully good. Hopefully it's banished for now. Extra bits and pieces. You can now gender lock an entire species. You can set an empire limit on how many instances of a building you can build and alter it during the game. And then the final part this dev diary touches on is early access for modders. So during the Nemesis update, they gave early access to around 10 mods that were updated ready for release day, which then serviced apparently about 1.6 million subscribers, which is quite a lot. I think some of those might have been the same person though, because people couldn't subscribe to the same mod, but let's not get into their numbers here. Overall, Paradox saying they're very happy with the results of that and the community reaction. And if this continues to go well, they're looking to gradually expand this experiment to more of the modding community. For LEM, they want to add another 10 modders to the early access experiment. So if you are interested, if you want to have modder early access, there's a request form you can fill in. The link is actually in the description.